Okay, maybe, just maybe, there's nothing to this Neymar to PSG story, which is more than possible given that the media likes to stir the pot, especially during the transfer window, so they have something to write about and something to talk about. But usually these stories just don't come out of nowhere because, like the saying goes, where there is smoke, there is fire. And something or someone lit a match under this, and my gut, right here, is telling me that it is Dani Alves trying to get one of his best friends to join him in turning down Manchester City and going to PSG instead. So let's explore this story a little further. The word on the street is that even though Neymar is under contract with Barcelona until 2021, the Brazilian superstar knows that he has won everything that he can possibly win with the Spanish Giants except, well, the Ballon d'Or, and that he acknowledges, and I'm pretty sure we can all acknowledge it too, that he's never going to win the Ballon d'Or by being teammates with Leo Messi. So I'm conflicted about the root cause of his supposed unhappiness because, one, Neymar is a giver, because I truly believe that he enjoys dishing out a great assist as much as he enjoys scoring a great goal. And I think he's a giver for the fans. He wants to entertain them with his talent, which is why he tries to pull off tricks and perhaps showboats on occasion and maybe has the occasional dive too. But two, I also believe that he is incredibly ambitious and competitive, which you have to be to play at the highest level. And I'm sure watching Messi and Ronaldo flip-flop and winning the Ballon d'Or for the last 10 years, when he believes he's just as good as they are, is probably hard for him. Plus, I'm sure he's well aware that no Brazilian has won the award since Kaká in 2007, and he wants to win it too. But is PSG the place to make that happen? Well, let's discuss this because first and foremost, any club that is willing to pay 222 million euros for a release clause on one player has to be crazy. And honestly, I like my clubs to be a little crazy, to be risk takers, which is why I love every club in the Chinese Super League. Otherwise, you get the same story, different season. And on top of that, PSG said they're willing to pay him 30 million euros a season, proving that they are consistent. And they're crazy, and I like that too. Though I'm sure they would make it all back in shirt sales because I know I would rock a PSG Neymar jersey. So PSG, I'm gonna see you in Miami next week. Hit me up. Second, will Edinson Cavani, who emerged as the #1 guy for the club after Zlatan left, be okay in playing second fiddle to someone again? I'm not so sure, but I think I can answer this one because as I noted before, Neymar looks to bring his teammates into the game, whereas Zlatan really just worried about Zlatan, and that's why we love him. Plus, Neymar and Cavani don't play the same spot, so Cavani wouldn't have to move from his best position to accommodate him like he had to do with Zlatan, which means I assume Cavani would welcome Neymar with open arms. But Julian Draxler, Lucas Moura, Javier Pastore, and Angel Di Maria may not welcome him so warmly since they could lose playing time or lose starting in their best position, and that's never fun when you have to make way for somebody else. Third, can you win a Ballon d'Or by playing in Ligue 1? I know when they do the rankings for the Golden Shoe Award in Europe, the French league is rated lower in difficulty than the other top leagues in England, Spain, Germany, and Italy, and even Portugal. What? Portugal? Which is why Sporting Clube de Portugal's Bas Dos was rated so highly last season. So if PSG win the league next season, and they should even without Neymar, because everyone from Monaco's league-winning side is apparently available for sale, including the groundsman and the equipment manager. This is crazy. It won't mean much. So I think he's going to have to win the Champions League and most likely have a very good World Cup with Brazil next summer, both individually and collectively, meaning they have to get pretty far in the tournament to win the Ballon d'Or in 2019 because Ronaldo has this next one wrapped up. And it's just not going to be easy for Neymar, but not impossible. Especially since if you take Neymar out of Barcelona and put him on PSG, I'm pretty sure the French club wouldn't lose a 4-0 lead at Camp Nou in the Champions League in upcoming seasons. And yes, I'm bringing up old shit. And as I mentioned before, Neymar would be reunited with one of his best friends and winner of many things, Dani Alves, as well as other fellow Brazilians Thiago Silva and Lucas Moura, which can only be seen as a positive because when Neymar is smiling and happy, and Dani Alves definitely brings this out of him, Neymar usually plays his very best. But what would this move mean for Barcelona? Losing a world-class player like Neymar while there's talk of Barca's decline, coupled with Real Madrid's recent dominance and the stability that Zinedine Zidane has brought them, is definitely going to hurt the Catalan club. Also, Neymar is the supposed heir to Messi's throne, just like Messi was to Ronaldinho. And with Neymar gone, we could really be in for a long spell of Real Madrid just owning Spain and Europe. Perhaps 3 or 4 4 league titles in the next 5 years and another 1 or 2 Champions League titles, maybe, to go with it? I don't know. It's possible. They got a good core of guys. They could do it. However, the 222 million euro release clause wouldn't be the worst compensation for losing a player like Neymar, because with that money, they could afford to get a world-class replacement out wide. But the problem is, right now, only Alexis Sanchez is really available. So perhaps they capitalize on him being unsettled at Arsenal and playing in the Europa League and bring him back to Camp Nou, as well as trying to capture PSG's Marco Verratti, who really wants to play for them too. Because let's be honest, Alexis and Verratti for Neymar wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, and I'm pretty sure Eno tried that in career mode. Though I'm not sure it could top Manchester United buying Gabriel Obertan and Michael Owen after they sold Ronaldo in 2009, because come on, nothing could top that. Also, if Barcelona does let him go, you have to wonder how much say Messi had in the decision, because I would be very surprised if the powers that be at Barcelona didn't run it past him first. And with Neymar becoming more important and more influential with each passing season, I could see why the current alpha male Messi would feel a little bit threatened, just as Ronaldo was when Gareth Bale came to Madrid. So let me know your thoughts down below about whether you think this is a good move for everyone involved or not, because I am very curious as to what you have to say, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.